how do you, like, if you're a professional salesperson, Jason, like you do this every day. I mean, you get a phone call, you got to close the business, you have quota. How do you apply this concept of not every shot is a game-winning shot to a daily sales routine?
Yeah, it's a great question. And there's two things that come up for me when you say that. So first and foremost, it's a top-down thing, right? And so the conditioning right now, especially in sales in a lot of industries, and my background before I became an entrepreneur, and I had a few different entrepreneurial endeavors that had nothing to do with speaking or coaching or personal development before I got into it. But I spent almost 15 years in IT and did a lot of work with telecom. And the telecom industry is very, very challenging. It's all a race to the bottom. It's all who can, provide more bandwidth for cheaper prices. And the stress and the pressure they put on their salespeople to learn a complex technology and then to go out and sell something that would be a reoccurring revenue stream that could be in the thousands or tens of thousands of dollars per month, hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, millions of dollars over the course of a contract, and they have to close this deal super quickly. I don't understand that. And the reason I say that is because when I first became an entrepreneur, I hated sales. And just so you know, I told you I was traveling. There's a train going by, so I hope it's not too loud. I hated sales when I first got into being an entrepreneur. I despised it. And through doing my own work and kind of, again, slowing down and asking myself, like, well, what's really going on here? Like, what do I really hate? I realized I didn't hate sales. I hated rushing relationships. Okay. I hate, and I didn't say Russian relationships. Russian people are wonderful. I hated rushing relationships. And so I think that's my first answer is that's a top-down issue. And I think that if we had sales leaders, and it's actually, I know it's even above the sales leaders pay grade, if we had people in leadership or C-level or whatever level positions saying our goal is to go out and be of service, to find ways to astonish people every single day, even if it means doing things for them that are not on the PDF sheet of the services and products we provide, we will eventually have all the clients that we need. But instead, what's rewarded is the quarterly returns or the monthly returns or the quotas or the conversions or all these things that are great to measure. I'm not saying don't measure. I'm not saying fly by the seat of your pants. It's very important to measure because you got to know what's working and what's not. But my goal is to focus on conversation instead of conversion. Right. And this is actually a distinction that a good friend of mine brought up to me is conversation over conversion. And the more we can be a deep conversation with people and see how we can really serve them, when we go into the conversation saying, I don't know if I can help you. I have no clue if I can help you. I need to learn so much about you to know if I can help you. That's the way I want to approach it. The I don't know mind instead of the I'm absolutely certain and I have to close you mind. So one side is it's a conditioning corporate culture thing that I think desperately needs to be changed. But on the other side of it, even if you are in one of those places where there are, expectations and quotas, just by going into conversations with people, with prospects from a more relaxed place, you're more apt to see opportunities to serve. You're more apt to hear what's going on between the words they say. You're more apt to get creative when they say no, to recognize that them saying no is them giving you a huge neon sign of a clue as to what would make it a yes, right? It's to see how the things they're telling you are not going to work are pointing you directly to what they really hoped you would do to make it work. And if you can be in this relaxed, creative place, you may see opportunities that will allow you to close the deal faster, but it's not coming from this place of scarcity where I have to close the deal now. I have to convince them, because that doesn't usually work for client retention or for long-term success anyways.